how to get your first dunk checklist. Not the only way. This is what I have seen work for me and now hundreds of other people.
When Ben played for me, I don't know if he could even touch the rim. Going from a guy that could barely slap backboard and now is throwing down windmill dunks, it's unbelievable.
Number one, are you holding back because of knee pain? That's the number one barrier. The number one thing I've seen fix that, progression of deep leg strength. Number two, are you holding back because of the ball? Let's do a demo. Imagine my knees hurt and I'm trying to dribble up. Ugh. Now let's say I have no ball to worry about. Knees can't hurt. Which rep do you think is gonna cause more adaptation to dunk? So believe it or not, something like a foam basketball can actually help you break through to dunking with a real basketball. If you can't palm this thing, the ball holds you back a lot. So I can get my reps, but I'm not signaling much further adaptation. Number three is adrenaline. I'm out here in the Florida heat, having just played basketball, and you know it might not be the most ideal time to jump, but I've got a little adrenaline from that game. This wouldn't be my sweet spot to jump even higher, so I could do a few good quality reps today. More ideal would be you played a little hoops, you had your coffee or whatever, had a good night of sleep, but you didn't overdo it on the court. Probably not a 90-degree heat, or if you did, you would have stopped at like a short game rather than a long game. Part four is the ankle. We're gonna look at three main exercises. Calf raise. I knew about that growing up. Didn't know about a seated calf raise. For every exercise in this video on my YouTube right here is a playlist with exact form videos of each exercise. You can see how to do any exercise in this with or without equipment. That when you bend that knee, now you're working a lower, deeper calf muscle. So you have the upper one and the lower one. And I didn't know about that tibialis, which when you go to slow down, you're running, and now you go to slow down to jump, boom, pressure into the tibialis. So natural jumpers will be often be like, I didn't need any of that. That's correct. Congratulations. I reached my 20s not even close to dunking, thinking I never would, just trying not to have knee surgeries, honestly. I was just trying to protect that thing. I was not expecting to be able to dunk. I found out that I could dunk without doing jump programs and things like that, just from giving my body a better chance of protection for the knees primarily, but secondarily the shins and the Achilles. And now let's look at number five, your posterior. When you just jump up, you're using your ankles, your knees, your hips. It's pretty balanced. Now, if you go to jump out, it becomes way more hip, but right there, it becomes way more knee. So when you dunk for the landing and for slowing this down, boom, it's way more knee than hip. So this is why I put hip last. Hip has the most potential. Your backside actually has the most potential to make you dunk better, but only if your knee can handle it. So I simply have not found, oh, just increased posterior, didn't play out in the real world. So this is what makes ATG unique, is I'm a horrible natural athlete. Lowest vertical jump on my high school team, 19 inches. I've had to learn so much from not having it naturally. So I do all five of these things in a balanced manner. I hope this helps. Last little details on that posterior. You have hamstrings that work like this, and also that work like this. So four main exercises I do. Hamstring curl, Nordic hamstring curl, which is similar but really works on the way down, back extension, and then Romanian deadlift, which really works a stretch. Which of the four is better? Don't even bother to argue it. The whole point of the ATG system is a balanced system. It's gonna work for you based on you learning it, you applying it in your own way. So it's not one size fits all. You only need this exercise, not that one. No, I believe train them all with common sense. As we go, we might find areas where you have more or less potential. So I hope this helps. This is the video I wish I would have had in my early teens when I was trying to dunk and winding up with a freaking plate in my kneecap, meniscus transplant, quad tendon repair. I mean, huge thanks to all the doctors who were able to patch things up. But I then had more tears in my other knee, was too depressed to keep having surgery. I didn't want any more surgery. So I'll never really know, because the knees feel even now. So I'll never really know, was it better to have it? Was it better not? I can't answer those medical questions for you. So every day I'm asked medical questions. Well, the system that I use didn't come from the medical system. So it's not my job in the system. There's now many physical therapists, doctors, using Knee Ability, my system, to help patients. Thank you so much. I'm just doing my part within this system, but that's just how I wanted to conclude it. It's not one magic recipe, it's just data. So hopefully this gave you some data that you can think with, so now it's less fearful for you, the idea of pursuing athletic goals. You get more results. Thank you so much for watching. Seriously, I have to take a moment. The amount of kind comments I get here on YouTube, it makes all of it worth it. Like my whole life, I can't believe the nice things you say. Can't believe the support then, supporting the businesses, because I don't want to have to be tricky with you in the videos. I want to be able to take every piece of data in my mind, give it to you, and then we work hard for your buck. So my service is $50 a month. No long-term contract. Use it for what you need. You get to send in your own form videos. You get to see all the programs at your fingertips on an app made by one of our original online members. So huge thanks to all the nice comments. Huge thanks to those who support, who allow me to do this. See you next time.